Hey, it's Bruce. Welcome to Clep's Garage. Today we're at a military show in Portland, Indiana. Tribute to the military and everything, equipment used in the past. So we're going to interview a friend of mine. Hey, so I'm here with my good friend Paul Ackley from Greenville, the famous cartoonist. Anyhow, Paul's going to say what division he's representing and what we're doing today.
Thanks, Bruce, for having us. I'm here with my First Sergeant Michael Davis. We're with the 101st 502nd Reenactment Group. We do living history and some reenacting, and we're here at the Indiana Military Preservation Society here in Portland, Indiana, putting on our World War II display. In front here, you'll see all the World War II military equipment.
From Holland.
Yes, from Holland, right?
Yeah. Most of it's from Holland.
Right.
Okay.
And also, if you pan down here, you will see our World War II tentage. And yes, we are staying in the tents all weekend.
Froze our rear ends off.
Yes, they are real.
And yes, these are real tents.
The rear ends or the tents?
Both.
Froze our rear ends off.
Yes. And our sleeping bags to try to stay warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, that's your foot locker. That's at the end of your bed in your barracks. Every soldier had one, and that would keep your personal items, your socks, your underwear, any letters from home, pin-ups, anything you wanted to keep in there personal. But the thing about the Army is you better have a lock on it, because if you get caught without a lock, they'll dump that thing out and you'll have to pick it all up and square it away again. You never want to get caught without a lock. So this is a musette bag. This is what the paratroopers carried, all their personal equipment, rifle cleaning kit, personal hygiene kit, extra underwear, socks, ammunition, rations. This is the issue helmet for the Holland jump. This here is a signal panel. Lay 3 of these out and you can signal aircraft visually from the ground. These are M1 rifle bandoliers, 8-round block clips, 1911-45, your entrenching tool, basic LBE for a paratrooper. You got your rigger pouches there for your M1 clips, your canteen, your M1 rifle bayonet, your 45 clips. Let's see. That radio is a BC-611. That's a handheld radio, goes a ½ mile range. That's the world's first cell phone right there.
Yes, it is.
Okay, this is a May West. This is a life preserver. And anybody flying over a body of water would be issued one of these. Paratroopers, glidermen, air crews, everybody would have one of these. Generally after the jump, you took that off and got rid of it.
So it's kind of rare to have one still around then.
Very rare. This is an M5 gas mask. This was initially come out for D-Day, but it was issued for the rest of the war to the airborne in a waterproof case. And this is a complete one. You'll never see this anywhere else but other than the World War II Museum in New Orleans. That's the only other one I've seen, and it's under glass.
Really?
I've had a lot of offers over this for the year.
Oh my.
Paul got the bag at the D-Day event in 1994 in Chicago.
Yes,
That's an original bag, and I got it off of him.
Huh. Wow.
So this camera here is a standard Brownie civilian camera. Most of the GIs were ordered not to take a camera into combat or take any pictures, but a lot of them did or acquired it. That was my father-in-law's. He was in the 1st Division at Omaha Beach, and before he died, he gave this camera to me, and he told me there's still film in it.
Oh, wow.
So if I can figure out how to develop it, if anybody out there knows, There's probably some good pictures of the war still on
Greg
there.
ought to be able to do that.
Yeah, great. Good.
So this is a British Hawkins mine. This is packed with 5 pounds of TNT. What Paratrooper wore it on his leg. You could take that off and lay that in a road, and a tank would run over it. It would disable the tread on the tank. It's the only way an infantryman could take out a tank. This is what's called an incendiary grenade. What that done is if you found an artillery piece, you could put it in the breech of the gun, and it would weld the breech closed, and it would make the gun inoperable. This is your standard Army hand grenade, World War II. This is an orange smoke grenade. The reason the paratroopers each carried an orange smoke grenade was because that was the Allied identification for friendly forces. British, American, everybody carried an orange smoke grenade. That way you could identify yourself from the area so they wouldn't bomb you or anything like that. So it's just GP bag riggered out by parachute riggers to carry grenades, bandoliers, Thompson submachine gun clips, hand grenades, rations, anything you want, your mess kit. Every soldier had a mess kit that they would eat out of. Generally the paratroopers didn't carry the full mess kit, they just carried a spoon. But that's an example of a mess kit. That small pocket knife here is called an M2 parachutist switchblade knife, and that was carried in the jump in case you got entangled in a tree. You could cut the shroud lines or the risers on your parachute and get untangled. This is a 33-foot let-down rope. In case you got caught in a tree, you could let yourself down out of the tree.
So the switchblade was so they didn't have to fumble around. It had the
Right,
blade
it was on your uniform. A lot of guys put it on shroud line, that way they didn't drop it. So it would be a dummy cord, basically, is what we called it.
Okay, we're good.
Any other questions?
That pretty much what covered. What was your
Like
name
you're
again?
wearing some GI
First
socks.
Sergeant Michael S. Davis.
All right, Michael. Thank you.
Military socks.
Hey, that's going to do it for Klepp's Garage here at the military show. Once again, with my good friend Paul. He's sitting on a Ford-built Jeep. During the war, the contract was given to Bantam, Willys, and Ford because they needed to mass produce them. They had about 420-something thousand was mass produced for the war effort. And you guys can look that up if you want to know more about the Jeeps. Anyhow, I'm Bruce.
Paul?
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Remember, drive them if you got them.